Alright, so who's ready for another Battle Royale game that is not going to stand up to the test of time compared to Fortnite and Apex Legends? Yeah, I thought so. Not really a fan of Battle Royale games, but sometimes I dabble here and there. I did try to play Apex Legends, and I did try to play Fortnite just to be fair, because I didn't want to hate it outright. And I don't hate those games, it's just, they're not for me. They're not for me in my old mind. On occasion, there will be that rare game that is Battle Royale, one of which that I did enjoy my time with was Battle Crush, and that was made from NCSoft, but after 6 months of releasing that game, they promptly shut it down. Because they're NCSoft. Granted, it was a fun game, there was a lot of skill to be involved with that, and it was the only Battle Royale which I didn't feel like I was being pwned by 8-year-olds.
You're gonna box me?
Of course I am, bro. Look how bad you are.
I also know that there is another mobile-style Battle Royale game called Supervive. Never played it, and I don't know if I want to touch it, knowing that I am very questionable with MOBA games. I'm not saying that I suck at them, but I'm saying that I don't have enough experience with MOBA games, even though I did play League of Legends and I didn't get anywhere with that. But today on Indie Watch, I want to introduce you to a game that not only is it a Battle Royale, but it also appeases to my old soul because it's in the style of The Legend of Zelda, the top-down version for us old folks. So without further ado, welcome to episode 5 of Indie Watch. Before we continue, I have a little bit of an apology to make. So you may have noticed that I have not posted an Indie Watch video for a while. Well, a lot of IRL things have happened. I was going to school, now I'm taking a break from school, and I'm trying to get myself a job. Don't worry, I'm good. I have a lot in my savings. I'm fine. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to focus on this channel for everything that I have. All of my creativity is now on this channel as much as I can, and I know it's not my 10,000 subscriber channel, but I like what I do here. I like being the Indie Observer. But I do have to apologize. I did not mean to just not make any more Indie Watches. I've been looking at a lot of indie games and there are plenty for me to talk about. But for today, we're going to change the format. We're only going to talk about one indie game and why you should pay attention to it. The game we're looking at today is called Scramble Night Royale, and yes, if you do lose, you end up as a chicken while you stare at the winner who is on top of a podium. So as I said before, I don't play a lot of Fortnite, I don't play a lot of Battle Royales in general, but this is the most intriguing Battle Royale I've seen thus far, probably because I'm very old and I like these kinds of games. Instead of an FPS or a MOBA, it is in the style of a classic Zelda game, and to be honest, I'm more equipped to play a classic Zelda game than any FPS or MOBA anywhere. The fact in being is that the developers thought of me personally, and I am very glad that they've listened to my inner thoughts from the future. Instead of dropping out of the sky from a bus or a jet, you instead are in a boat and you jump off the boat on a turtle where you surf to the place where you want to go. And from what it seems like, there are an array of weapons that you can pick up, which you can also upgrade. And along the way, you're not just fighting players, you're also fighting monsters who drop all sorts of things, weapons, equipment, and money. Of course, you're going to need that money to buy all sorts of items, equipment, maybe even upgrades to your health, but you can also use that money to shoot people in the face. I am not kidding. They literally have a slingshot whose purpose is to take from your wallet and shoot your money at people. And watch how this turns out to be the best projectile-based weapon in the game. I almost forgot to talk about the quest system with the NPCs. You will encounter them everywhere, and they will give you simple tasks. You know, beating up monsters or cutting down grass. But when you're done, you're always given a prize. A chest will seemingly appear with your reward, so you don't have to go back to the NPC. Just be careful of one thing, please. You can still hit the NPCs. They will die if you kill them. Anyway, you're also going across the island discovering dungeons. Said dungeons are hidden in the most classic styles. They're in grass, they're under rocks, sometimes they open through a secret passage, or they're just out there. And in those dungeons is a short romp where you have to go through a little challenge where you have to find the treasure chest there. And who knows what you get from that treasure chest. You don't just find it in dungeons as well, they're outside the dungeons in the overworld. You can find chests there too. Some of them just pop up out of nowhere. So like if you're really keen in the classic Zelda Zelda style, well, you'll probably have an advantage. And I do feel kind of bad for those who don't play classic Zelda because none of them are going to think about blowing up a wall or cutting down a tree or cutting down grass to find that hidden entrance to a secret dungeon that might lead you to a legendary item. But of course, you're not just trying to find items, equipment, and treasure, all that other stuff, you're also fighting to survive. As per the classic of every battle royale, you are not there by yourself. In fact, you're against other people, and in this case, probably like 35 other people, I think. And of course, you need to be the last one standing. As far as I know, the developer said that this will come out in 2026, and to be honest, I want to play this as soon as possible. They do have a playtest request on Steam, so get your butt over there, press that button so that I can fight you and take all of your stuff. I'm going to use my 30 years of classic Zelda against you, and you guys are not going to stand a chance. Or at least I hope, since I don't want this to end up like Fortnite or Apex Legends, where I get shot in the first 30 seconds. But as all good things are, you have to be patient and wait for the playtest to come out, or for the game to come out. And for what we know right now, the developers have been saying that the game is going to cost $5 to $10. And all I gotta say to that is, yes, Silksong was $20. You don't have to undercut it. I will play your game regardless. It looks fun. You don't have to undercut Silksong. I'm kidding. You can price your game whatever you want. So, Scramble Knight Royale, what do you think? Are you going to play the playtest? Are you going to play the game? Does this interest you? Do you like battle royales in the classic Zelda style? Let me know what you think about Scramble Knight Royale in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts, and if you have any suggestions for any other indie games you want me to look at, also leave it in the comments down below. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.